as foreign market entry strategies, an evaluation of the most realistic and sustainable mode of internationalization for Ghanaian firms. So we are having two teams, and then that's Team Export. So Team Export has David Danso Into, right? Kingsley Eshan, and then Linda Amwa. And then Team Joint Ventures has Derek Ameloku, Tracy Akotosasu, and Emmanuel Kwashi. Okay. And then we have a neutral person who is going to give us the final verdict after every team has made their argument, have brought out their strong points. And that person would be Amin Abubakar. Okay, so guys, you're welcome. But before we
Thank you so
start,
much, Deborah.
you're welcome.
Thank you, Debbie.
Welcome, Tracy.
Thank
So
you, Madam
before
Debbie.
we start, up question for each of you. Anybody can answer. So now let's think of a Ghanaian product you genuinely believe has international potential. And then just imagine the founder of that business asking you today, like right now, how to enter the foreign market. What's 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 your first piece of advice you're going to give the person? Anyone can answer.
Okay, good evening, Madam Deborah. This is
Okay.
Kingsley. I'm speaking for the export team. Can I
Okay.
please come in?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Right. So, for me on the export team, my thought about it is of shea butter. And so, my first advice would be to identify a foreign buyer who already imports African natural ingredients and also
Mm-hmm.
sends them samples.
Okay.
So, however, I'm actually going to look at it from one solid relationship and learn from it from before committing to anything bigger. So, that is my point of view for now. Thank you.
Okay, that's interesting. Anyone wants to speak again?
Okay, so for me, I was thinking of a Ghanaian fashion brand, right? So I would say you build a strong social media presence because it's fashion. So like you have to have a strong social media presence, and then you get the product in front of foreign consumers digitally, right? Via the social media. And then you let the demand show you where the strongest market is before you lock in into like any formal strategy. That's what I think.
Okay, all right. That's also good. Derek, I think
Um,
you
I also think that good evening, guys. Sorry, I also think that I was actually thinking of a natural product, and my advice will be to find a company already operating in that foreign market that shares the same values around the natural and ethical sourcing and explore a partnership. You need
mm,
someone on the grounds who knows the market from the inside. Yeah, I think that's my view.
okay. Mm, that's a good one there. So now here is the thing, like I someone said finding a buyer and shipping it. Another also said find a partner in the market. So that's exactly what this debate is about. So now open the floor for the export team. Who is speaking first? Linda.
Yeah, so I think our position is clear because for most Ghanaian firms, especially those going international for the first time, um, exporting is most realistic and most sensible entry strategy. So you produce your products here in Ghana where you know your costs and control your quality, and you sell to foreign buyers. No foreign office, no foreign staff, no sharing your business with someone you barely know. So exporting is how most Ghanaian firms actually enter foreign markets because it matches their resources and their value of international experience. So as a joint venture demands things most Ghanaian firms do not yet have. And think the legal capacity to structure a foreign partnership, the management bandwidth to run through a share um, venture abroad, the trust in a foreign partner you have just met, exporting letters, start learning without betting everything up front. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what.
Okay, that's the point. Okay, so you are saying that exporting matches where most Ghanaian firms are. So, like most Ghanaian firms prefer to export. But does meeting firms where they are always produce the best outcome? Could it be that the same logic keep Ghanaian firms permanently comfortable at the edges of foreign markets instead of truly penetrating them? Okay, so anyone can respond to that. Or Tracy, you want to ask something?
Sorry, guys, my network. But you are saying Ghanaian firms focus on exports, but are you describing the best or simply the most common? Because it's like we are confusing what's popular with what's like supposed to be optimal or what's supposed to be right.
So team exports,
Okay,
who is
so
saving you? Okay,
yes,
Kingsley.
yes, hello, Madam Debbie. So for Team Export, I think every Ghanaian firm that is doing well internationally today started with something small. However, those early export steps gave them market knowledge, buyer relationships, and also quality feedback that could not have forgotten any other way. And so, as for popular versus optimal, when the alternative requires legal expertise, management capacity, and capital that most Ghanaian firms do not have yet, I think popular and optimal are pointing in the same direction. That's my point of view. Thank you.
Are you sure? Because okay, let me use this like simple analogy, right? One that like all of us can understand. Imagine like maybe you are relocating to a city in Ghana that you've never lived in, right? Let's say you are moving to Kumasi. You don't know the good neighborhoods, like where to even go out, the reliable contractors, the right markets, people to talk to. You don't know anything about this place, right? So you have two choices in this scenario. Either you go alone and then you waste 2 years of your time trying to figure out everything by trial and error, or you arrive with a trusted local, maybe a friend or a family member who knows everything, like they know all about Kumasi. So that second option, right, that would be the joint venture, right? Because we all know that partners pool resources. So the local partner will bring the market knowledge that you can't get from outside. The joint venture here will minimize political risk because your partner or your family member in this case already knows the institutional standing with local government and regulators, and you gain access to local capital markets that a foreign firm or the person entering alone cannot easily tap. So the export team, you guys are talking about keeping control. But how good or how important is keeping control over an arrangement that never truly gets inside the market? A smaller share of a well embedded international business is worth far more than ownership over a full export arrangement that nobody's really buying. It's only occasionally that people are buying because they don't really have real roots. You get?
Tracy, that's a straight bullet to the export team. But I also have a question for you.
Yeah, maybe a sharpshooter.
So right now, you are saying that if you arrive, like you have to get someone in there that like some a local person in there to do the business with. But in that same case, the local contact is someone you should trust. Maybe a friend, a family member, even they how more do you trust them like that? So how does a Ghanaian firm find that level of trust with a complete stranger in a foreign land? And what happens if that trust breaks down?
Right. Okay. Madam Debbie, can I please come in?
Okay.
Right. So, well noted for Tracy, but I think if joint ventures are so much better, why do Ghanaian firms overwhelmingly choose exporting? Is it because they are not ambitious enough, or is there any rational reason most firms avoid joint ventures? That is what is lingering. That's the question that actually lingers on my
Oh,
mind.
come on,
So,
please. They are ambitious enough. It's not about ambition. Trust in a joint venture is not assumed. Do you understand? It's something we are building. We are building the trust. Even with your family member, you don't outrightly trust them. You have to build the trust. So you attend. So in this case, how will you do it? You can attend, international trade fairs in your sector. You can talk to other African firms who have worked with potential partners in that city or in that country, and then you ask them what their experience was with those people. You can also get a lawyer to review any contract or agreement or anything before you sign. You don't just get up and do anything. You can also start the relationship with a small, you don't have to go full in with your whole business with that person. You can start with a small supply arrangement, and then based on how that relationship is going, then you can do a full joint venture structure. But as for why Ghanaians mostly export there, that one, it just shows how the international development in Ghana here is right now. It's not a verdict on whether it's a poor strategy or not. That's just where we are right now in Ghana.
okay. Can I come in, Madam Debbie?
Yeah, Kingsley.
Right. So, well, based on what Tracy has made mention, well, I still, for me, my stance is that I want to show the room that exporting is not just shipping a product and hoping for the best. Why? Because there are sophisticated tools that, if you should give Ghanaian exporters that real and structured market access, is going to look different. Because export management companies are domestic firms, and these firms handle international selling on behalf of Ghanaian exporters. So if you should buy some, if some buy the product from the Ghanaian firm and sell it internationally themselves, others act as agents representing the firm in foreign markets and earning commission on sales. Either way, the Ghanaian firm gets foreign market access through a specialist who already has the buyer relationships and also the logistics knowledge and the market expertise. So for me, no joint venture structure is then required. Moreover, there are also trading companies. For instance, the Japanese Soga, I'm trying to get that word, Soga Social is a classic example. Enormous organizations built to gather market information, identify business opportunities, and execute international transactions at scale. So a Ghanaian cocoa processor or shea butter producer connected to a major trading company gains access to a global network overnight. Also, Niche Cocoa has international buyers without a single joint venture. And to talk of this is real working evidence. Yes.
Kingsley, these examples are commodities with established global trading channels. But does this model work for a Ghanaian firm that's trying to build a recognizable consumer brand in a foreign market where you don't know anyone yet? How is it?
Deborah, do
Yeah,
you know that as export management companies carry multiple product lines? So when my product competes with another in their portfolio, what stops them from pushing the one with a better margin? How loyal is an intermediary who does not exclusively represent you?
next, over to you.
So, Madam Deborah, I just want to add this.
Okay, David.
So I can say e-commerce has completely changed this, and also as we speak, Ghanaian fashion and skincare brands are selling directly. As we speak now, they are selling directly to consumers and clients in London and also Paris right now through the Instagram that we have and websites that are personal. So no intermediary needed at all in this case. No intermediary. Yeah.
That's
So that's what I
there.
can say. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, please. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So, Madam Debbie, for me, I think for building a consumer brand, e-commerce changes the equation completely. Because if you should look at a Ghanaian shea butter brand, which does not need a trading company to reach a natural beauty consumer in Paris, like my colleague said, David said. So they can tell their own story directly through a well-built online store that is targeted social media and product samples sent to European beauty bloggers. And if you should delve deep, you know that as for agents' loyalty, you manage that through exclusivity clauses, minimum sales targets, and building direct relationships with key buyers. So your brand is not entirely dependent on any single intermediary. I think my point is well noted, please.
Oh yes,
Madam
yes,
Debbie.
yes. That point is very valid. So I want to add that
Okay.
e-commerce is simply defined as the ability to offer goods and services over the internet. It's very simple, and what it has given most Ghanaian exporters is direct line to the foreign consumers that use to require years of relationship building and big capital investment. You don't need any big capital investment, so you just have a direct line to the foreign consumers. And earlier before e-commerce, and I think you needed a distributor. Sometimes you need a warehouse and sales agents in the foreign country. Today, as we speak, a Ghanaian brand can run targeted advertising to specific consumer segments in specific foreign cities like London, Paris. Yeah, and also they can take payments online. Very simple. And ship directly to the customer's doorsteps. And also the money, as we speak, like goes straight to the Ghanaian business. It doesn't go anywhere. It comes straight to the Ghanaian business. No partner taking a share of your business. And you also no shared decision. Like, the risk is very low that the partner, so the point that the partner learns your production secrets or what your secrets are, the partner will not be able to compete with you later on. You get me? And also, here I just want to give an example. Like, earlier this year, I think, is it January, 2026? I think as part of this guy, Speed, that's Africa tour. Yeah, if you could clearly remember. Like, yes, I show Speed. So over 50 million or so YouTube subscribers watched content about Ghana. So it's very fascinating in real time. And French and also those Europeans, like natural beauty consumers who saw that content, because they became very curious about this Ghanaian culture and Ghanaian products overnight just because of iShowSpeed and a shea butter brand with an active e-commerce store and a strong like digital presence can ride that wave on that wave of global curiosity, yeah, right now. So I think this is a marketing asset that no joint venture partner can manufacture for you. It's as simple as that. Yeah, very simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think iShowSpeed coming to Ghana too has been of great help because now the Ghana card that was given to him and the name everywhere he goes, he keeps the
Yes.
name.
He's a
So I
Ghanaian.
think
Berima, Kofi, whatever.
so it will work in favor of Ghanaians. I mean, the smarter ones who are able to pull through. But okay, so if e-commerce works well for consumer goods sold directly to individuals, what about a Ghanaian manufacturer trying to supply a major European retailer or like win a B2B contract in Asia? Do you think e-commerce is a serious growth strategy or a niche one?
I mean, I have a question. Deborah, can I go ahead?
Yeah, Shimano.
Okay, great. So, I mean, be on the other side. I just want to find out. Sorry. Can e-commerce realistically take a Ghanaian firm from startup to generating millions in like a foreign currency, or it hits like a ceiling, a fair ceiling quickly, and leave the firm needing exactly the kind of deep market presence that a joint venture like kind of provides?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Can I go ahead?
I
Sorry.
Yes,
think please speak to you. I just want to know, please. I
Okay,
mean, it's just
so
something
I
that
think
I will just proceed.
for products that moves directly to consumers, like the fashion and also the skincare and food, e-commerce is kind of like a serious, like long-term growth channel. So on that channel, you can see the vision, like it's a long-term growth. And for B2B, like supply contract with major retailers or industrial buyers, so a direct sales agent in the target market is more appropriate than the consumer platform. So I think, but the strategy is still exporting. The channel just changes to match the buyer. So every strategy has a ceiling. The question is how high the ceiling is. That's the question we should be asking. So for many Ghanaian consumer brands, I think e-commerce can take them much like further, can go further like than most people can expect or imagine. Yeah. So that's what I think. Yeah. That's it.
Wow, I see.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Derek, you want to say something? Yes, but I hope you're okay now.
Oh, I'm okay, but
Can you please come again?
Okay, Derek, you can speak for your team.
Okay. So, the export team have given us a very funny theory and all, but all the same, I'll give them their
Saying
arguments.
it's funny. So do you mean to say that you don't find anything useful in whatever they are?
I don't know where they stole all those theories from, but anyways, it's still good.
I mean, they have points, but I mean, there are loopholes in all of this. So I mean,
Okay,
we are
well,
here
let's
to deal with it. I mean, to create a
Let
fair
me
balance.
give you guys something concrete. Let me give you guys something concrete. When Ghanaian banks wanted to expand across West Africa, they didn't export their services. They formed strategic partnerships with local financial institutions in those countries. Why? Because banking is built on trust. It's built on truth and trust, and truth is local. Trust is also local. You cannot ship it. You can't carry trust or truth from your country to a different country. You can just come along with your capital and your technologies, whilst the locals do what they can do on the field. Our course categorizes firm entering joint ventures as a resource seekers, market seekers, or efficient seekers. A Ghanaian agro-based firm partnering with an European food distributor is a market seeker.
Mhm.
A Ghanaian brings world-class raw materials and production capabilities, and the European partner brings premium retail relationships, food safety certificates, expertise, and consumer marketing knowledge. Neither has everything the market requires. Together, they do. That exchange of complementary strength is why joint ventures create value that export channels simply cannot replicate at scale. So the export team, you should please kindly get that.
Okay, so Derek, you just described like large institutions doing this very well. So what about a medium-sized Ghanaian firm with a small team and a limited budget? Do you think joint venture internationalization genuinely will be accessible to them, or is it for only the bigger players?
Well, Debbie, let me just come in. Let me just come in with. Can you hear me?
Yes. Sorry. Before Yesh comes in, before Emmanuel comes in, Madam Debbie, can I please come in? I want to find out. I want to ask a question.
Okay, Kingsley.
Right. So first, I do acknowledge the joint venture team. Point well noted. But I want to find out. I think Derek made mention. You said the banks build market presence faster through partnerships, right? But joint ventures frequently fail because of disagreements over control and profit distribution. Why? Because if a Ghanaian firm spends 2 years building a joint venture, that then collapses in a legal dispute, has it not lost far more than it would have by simply expanding through its own export channels? That's that really baffles my mind. I want to find out. That
Please,
I
the
really
banker
want to
is
find.
asking you a question. So this is straight
Yes.
from the
Thank you.
banking sector.
Okay, I mean, I have something very interesting to say, and that might just surprise you. The joint venture team. I mean, we
But
fully acknowledge the risk. You know what I mean? Is somebody talking?
yes,
Hello?
I'm listening. Are you responding to the
Yeah.
question?
In a way, you should find some answers in. I'm sure you get some pointers in what I'm saying.
Okay.
I find the question intriguing, and it's amazing, and I'm saying like we really acknowledge the risk and all of that, the disagreements over control, how to maintain disputes about the business decision, who says what and who says we are moving to left, you are moving to right, the conflict over the profit. I mean, whether the profit should stay over there, or it has to be sent back to Ghana, But in some instances, you realize that the foreign partners want to really invest locally because they see that these are real, and they have they see that it can actually do something well in their economy and all of that. And I think what the export team is not telling us about the risk of exporting. The exports, the funny thing, I don't know anybody who does some exports. I've done exports over here. I've done a few things like that, and you realize that your export agent can just drop your product tomorrow because there's somebody who wants to pay higher. There's a higher margin on the products and whatever they are doing for them, and you have almost no visibility into the product, your product, how it's performing on the market and all of that. And if a well-resourced competitor enters a space like that through a joint venture with deep local roots, having people working for them locally, your export arrangements simply cannot compete with them at any scale. In fact, you got what I mean. So I feel like the risk of joint ventures are the risk of doing something significant. Do you understand? Equality of partners is not really required, because a Ghanaian firm can enter as a minority partner, contributing its own unique expertise, while the foreign partners handle like operational stuff, administrative and regulatory things. Do you get what I mean? So I think the solution to joint venture risk is preparation, not avoidance. Because I mean, whatever you do, you need to just prepare. Somebody says that what you feel cards about, and see what do you have to do? You just need to prepare. Make sure that you have things guarding your house, or maybe you have good gates and all of that, so that at least when a car comes to hit, it doesn't come to you in your room. At least it will hit the gate. And I mean, so what I would say to Kingsley is that I think we should choose our partners carefully. You know, document agreements properly, have proper NDAs, and find, I mean, exit mechanisms before you start. Even the good book says that who builds a house and doesn't, I mean, count all their costs and everything before they start. So I think this is what I have to share on this personally. And that's what's in for Numunjina. Thank
Okay.
you, moderator.
Nah, yes, you ate that, okay. Yes.
Okay. So before then, so that I asked if the business, like the joint venture business, was strictly for the bigger players, or the smaller organizations can also play the same thing. And then I think Kingsley also asked if the Ghanaian firms. I'm just trying to recall. I think he asked about the capital something, if they have to bring the same capital, like because it's a joint venture. Back on what Derek said earlier on. Are you there? Am I being heard?
Yes, please.
Is it his network or?
Can I be heard?
Yes.
Sorry. I think my network it dropped. So
No,
I want to have. Can I be heard?
Yes, you can.
Yes. So sorry about that. So I want to ask a question. So you were saying minority partner still gets markets that but I want to tell you that if you're a minority partner, the foreign firms still makes the key decisions. And also, at what point does that become another form of dependence on a foreign entity? So what is exactly which is exactly what the Ghanaian businesses I think have been trying to move away from now. Yeah, so that's what I want to ask. Yeah.
Okay, so I think Derek is still having challenge with his network.
Just to add to what Yesh said, and then Kingsley's question. The Ghana Investment Promotion Center and various trade agencies exist specifically to help Ghanaian firms identify and vet international partners. The support infrastructure is there, and the question is whether firms really use it. Kingsley, do firms use it?
Okay. So now I also have a question. Yes, you mentioned that we should choose our partners carefully. So what does that actually look like for a Ghanaian firm that has never operated in a foreign country? How are you going to do that due diligence on a potential partner you met at a trade fair like 6 months or 3 months ago? How are you going to do that?
I want to speak to it.
Okay.
I mean, being in business and all of that, and having seen a few things. One of the few things, one of the key things, key and very very crucial things you need to actually look at is find out these people, find out how they are standing financially, and um, their companies, whether they are registered, they are operating, if they are regulators, if they have been given authorizations to move in certain areas. Now they are. I mean, you just need to do all those background search, and you also have to research their existing product lines and distributing relationships. You get what I mean? You need to
Mm.
also see how you can contact other African suppliers they have worked with and ask direct about the experience, because I mean those things really mean a lot. I mean your background and what you have done before actually can tell what you do in the future. I mean it can predict. It may not always be the same, but you can also engage a local lawyer to review any kind of proposed arrangement and all of that, because sometimes you may see one word but you end up meaning something else when there's a challenge or there's a problem. And critically, you do not have to commit so much like a full joint venture. You need to step in with caution. I mean, give yourself some time and see how it goes. Then I mean you can just build something from this. Start small, like a pilot supply arrangement and all of that. And if that works, you can build from there. Because as for a minority partnership being dependence there, that depends entirely on what you negotiate. You know what I mean? And a minority partner can retain full rights over their brand, I mean, their intellectual property and their supply relationships. You know what I mean? If the
Mm.
arrangements and everything is properly written, you have things done right. I think yeah. Deborah, does this speak to your what you're asking?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Yesh. So I think what I can deduce from this is that after the due diligence is done, then equality is not really required in a joint venture. So that means even small can also benefit. They don't need to have to bring equal capital to the table. So by just securing partnerships, they can easily get elsewhere, right? Okay. So I have a scenario. Hmm. So this is the scenario. So let's say that a Ghanaian share butter. I'm just using share butter. Okay. I think Kingsley mentioned
Korea,
earlier share butter.
Korea.
Oh, Tracy, you said my mind.
Yes, exactly. I know why. That's why, because you spoke about ISO speed.
Yes. I actually didn't
Yeah.
know her mama was into that. And then the story she had behind all of that was very impressive. And she had the shea butter from different countries. So that was a good one there. So, okay, let's say that a Ghanaian shea butter company that's operating domestically for like 5 years has a strong product with a genuine Ghanaian origin story, has a team of 12, a budget of like $150,000 for international expansion, and they want to enter the French market, which is one of Europe's best markets for natural beauty products. They have never sold outside Ghana before. They've not even crossed Togo. What advice are you going to give this company? Team Export first. Who will speak for Team Export?
Okay, so Linda here.
Okay, Linda.
Um, I think, in my point of view, I think you have to attend the Cosmoprof because major major international um, natural and organic beauty trade fairs are mostly held in Paris every year. So the French distributors, the retail buyers, the beauty brand managers, they they all come there to discover new natural products. So bringing samples and having direct conversations with them helps you import African ingredients. So those meetings, such meetings, appointing one specialist agent who focuses on natural cosmetics can represent the companies to buyers that cannot reach from Ghana. So at the same time, you can also launch the English and French e-commerce store. You can run targeted social media advertising to French natural beauty cosmetics consumers. Yeah. And so like my colleague David, he pointed out that I show speed. In January 2026, he visited Ghana and put Ghanaian culture in front of over 50 million global subscribers. So how so the French consumers are curious about Ghana right now because of what iShowSpeed did, and then so this digital momentum is free marketing asset for company should use immediately. Yeah, so I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Team export.
Yeah. So, Madam Debbie, can I speak?
David.
Yes. So, Linda, thank you very much for that input. So, to add up to what Linda said, I think the combination of the trade fair presence, and also focused export agents, and also the digital strategy gives them the easiest way, like, to the market, and also growing their brand visibility, and visibility all running at the same time. So no joint venture structure needed on day one. So to add up to what Linda said, so that's a good point. Thank you.
So you are going digitalization. Okay.
Yes. Very necessary.
Joint venture team.
Okay,
Tracy?
so for us, I think we would research small to medium-sized French natural cosmetic companies, right? That are currently right now sourcing African ingredients and they want to expand their, authentic products range. They want people to know that they are sourcing straight from Ghana. So those are the people we look out for, and then there are French brands right now doing this because the Europe consumer demand for ethically sourced African ingredients is growing, especially after Korea Day. Why not? Yeah, so we approach them with a clear proposal where the Ghanaian company supplies premium shea butter, and then the French company will handle the formulations, the compliance with the European cosmetics, licensing, packaging, distribution, and all that into the French retail channels. Yes. So we, the Ghanaian firm, will earn revenue on every unit sold. Yes. And then we'll gain real shelf presence in France with no export agent or, digital campaign, as they were saying. No digital needed. Yeah. So that is what we would do. If anyone has anything to add, yes.
Yeah, Ginger, you have killed it.
As usual.
Okay, so I also think that I think French has the friendship with France has like a very strict EU cosmetic regulations and labeling requirements. Okay, and I think a French partner who already operates in that kind of framework, like, it removes the compliance burdens that take company like months and significant legal costs to navigate independently. Once you're operating in that space and you have all of these things helping, and I think I show speed Ghana visit. Is that I show speed? Kuya. I always call that thing Kuya. So I mean, I think that I should speak Ghana thing. It strengthens our argument here. I mean, if Tracy, Derek Watesi, like it really strengthens our argument because we share what the export team people are saying. Some of the things do not really match up. And the visit made Ghana like globally visible overnight. Just overnight, everybody's attention was here, and and I think that's a good thing. And a French cosmetic partner watching this kind of global wave will find like every way possible to capitalize on this by getting Ghanaian product onto their shelves. I mean, whilst everything, the curiosity is alive and all of that. So I think a joint venture partner inside like a French market can convert this easily into like a cultural moment into like this whole thing that happened with Ghana, Shoe Speed, them giving him name, doing QR. I can just convert this moment into a retail presence far faster than any e-commerce store in Accra can. So media, this is why I stand. I'll always stand here. Tracy, what do you think?
Oh, you said it's all. Exactly what I also think.
So I think I Show Speed has become our trophy here, but it's all good. I'm sure
The best.
yes. Both teams. Okay. So with what you're saying, okay. Export team mentioned that you have to find a French distributor or use e-commerce. And then joint venture team is also saying that we should find a French beauty industry partner, right? So both of those things require finding the right French party. So what actually is different about the two strategies at the level of practical execution?
Okay, Madam Debbie, please, can I come in?
Yes, Kingsley.
Okay, so with the conclusions from the joint venture team, I think we on the export team, what we want to say is that the difference, regardless of all that they've said, the difference is commitment and downside risk.
Okay.
Yes, because with an export agent or distributor, if the relationship does not work, you end the contract and find someone else. That's going to be the end justification here, because no shared ownership and no legal dispute over a business structure. With a joint venture, if things go wrong, you are dealing with shared ownership of a company and possible disputes over brand rights in France, like the example they mentioned, and an expensive legal process to exit. So for a 12-person company with $150,000, the export route gives real market access at a fraction of the financial exposure.
Especially if you speak French, you're going to use all your money for legal processes. Okay.
Exactly. And like I said, so in effect, this is the real situation here. Yes.
Derek, you want to say something?
Thank you.
Who is speaking for team joint venture? Anyone can speak for the team.
The arguments I find genuinely compelling from the export team was the semantic risk point. A 12-person company whose joint venture collapses in a dispute has far more to lose than one whose
Derek, hold on.
arrangement.
Derek.
Yeah.
Are you
Debt.
responding to? Are you
You said what?
responding to the question?
You said, am I?
Responding to. I asked what actually is different about the two strategies at the
Okay,
level
okay.
of execution. And then
With that, I think the difference is depth. An export agent finds you buyers, okay,
okay.
and then a joint venture partner builds you a business inside that market. Those are not the same thing. This company can generate some export revenue through an agent, but will not get a listing in the French pharmacy chain or a premium beauty retailer through an agent who is simultaneously representing 10 other product lines. The joint venture partner opens doors actually. Yeah.
So is there real disagreement here about strategy or about how ambitious that Ghanaian firm is willing to be? Is it strategy or ambition?
So I want to answer it. Can I come in? This is David for the export team. So I think the whole thing is about being real here. So the question is, which strategy gives this company the best chance to still being in a French market 3 years from now? So we should reflect on this. And also, I firmly believe that a well-structured export strategy does this. It makes it simple, and also a joint venture. I also believe like joint ventures like that are entered too early, like with a partner, and could end their international ambitions that they have before they are even they even get started properly. So I think that's my take on it. Yeah, it's all about being real here. Yes. Thank you.
David, listen.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Yes. Emmanuel, you can go ahead.
I'm listening.
Oh, I mean, I think ambition and realism are not opposite. So, because the French beauty market is competitive, it's regulated, and relationship dependent. I mean, with a few things that we looked into, being realistic about that it's exactly why a joint venture makes sense. Because honestly, exporting is just like making orders. You order something from Alibaba, it comes to Ghana. That's what I picture. But a joint venture, I mean, gets you into the market. It's the roots, So I don't know which one you need depends on what you actually want to build, and I think that's my submission.
Okay. Great submissions from both of you. So, okay, now I want to ask each one of you, has anyone actually seen or experienced a Ghanaian business try to go international? And what happened?
Okay, Madam Debbie, can I please come in?
Yes, Kingsley.
Right. So, in the light of what you just asked, right, I know of a Ghanaian food producer who started selling to the United Kingdom, targeting the Ghanaian diaspora community there. And I must say they shipped through a freight forwarder listed on a diaspora focused food platform, and within the first year had a small but consistent base of regular buyers. However, no joint venture, no formal agent. And so just a quality product and a focused approach to a consumer segment that was already looking for exactly what they were selling. And so if you should ask me, the joint venture team, despite their submissions and all, I can tell you that this is real. On the export team, and I do stand on our submissions for the export team. You would know exactly what you are looking for. Just a quality product, and like I mentioned, and a focused approach, and you are good to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Kingsley. Thank you.
So now we
Can I come in, please?
our Kobe, right? Because I think those in the diaspora, they need more of our local food.
Yeah,
Who wants to
Kobe,
come
no
in?
money.
Can I come in, please?
Yeah, yes, Derek, you can.
Okay, I think I have seen a Ghanaian textile producer try to export directly to the European buyer without any local support in that country. Um, when quality issues came up, the buyer actually needed quick answers and then fast resolution, but nobody was on the ground in Europe to handle that. So I think the buyer had to just move on to another supplier within 6 months. A local partner managing that relationship in real time could have saved the contract actually. The absence of local presence cost the business so much. Yeah, I think that's my experience.
So there was a loss right there. Interesting. Interesting.
Exactly.
Hmm. Wow. So I've received great submissions from both teams, but all too soon we'll be coming to an end of our discussion. But before our should I say electoral commissioner comes in to give us the final evaluation, I want one genuine reflection from each of you. It shouldn't necessarily be because you are in an export or joint venture team. So it should be your personal take. One thing this discussion made you think about differently, or one thing from the other side you found compelling. So who goes first? Just something brief, reflection from whatever has been discussed here. Linda.
Um, honestly, I would export first. Honestly, I would export first. I'll go to Cosmoprof, meet buyers face to face, ship my first order, and spend like 12 months learning French because consumers actually want from Ghanaian shea butter products. So only if I had sales products, sales data, would I start thinking seriously about a formal partnership. Yeah, because you cannot identify the right joint venture partner until you know the market well enough to evaluate them properly. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So you still stand by your team as it stands.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
So, Madam Debbie, can I come in? Is
Yes,
David? So,
David.
yeah, team exports all the way. So, same for me here, and I'll build the digital side at the same time. Yeah, the digital side of it, the presence. Yeah, and also get an e-commerce store running effectively. Get samples to the French beauty content creators and use the current global interest in Ghanaian products to build brand awareness while the export relationship develops offline on the side. Also let the market tell you where the real demand is, and then decide whether a deeper partnership makes commercial sense in this case. Yeah, so that's same for me. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
thank you. Who wants to speak again?
Yes. Hello, Madam Debbie.
Yeah, Kingsley.
Yeah. So, in as much as we are having a healthy debate about this, for me personally, the argument I found hardest to counter from the joint venture team was about premium retail access. That in
Okay.
particular, yes, they were right that an export, agent alone cannot get this company a listing in a major French pharmacy or let's say a high-end beauty retailer, right?
Mm.
But that level of distribution requires either years of brand building or a partner who already has those buyer relationships. However,
Mm.
that is a genuine ceiling for the pure export approach at the premium end of the market. And so,
Mm.
even though they've come through with all their submissions, this is an argument that I find so thrilling. Like I really, it's the hardest for me to encounter from the venture sorry, on the joint venture team. So this is the whole point of view from what that they've said. To me, I think personally, this is what I would say in the context of everything. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Kingsley. So, personal reflection. Who is speaking next? Tracy? Okay, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I go? Export team from where we are now. Okay. For
If you can
me,
go on, Tracy, you can go on. Thank you.
so for me, I would, I can't lie. I will start at the export fees, but
Yeah.
I will use it deliberately to identify a potential joint venture partner. Yes, I would still go the joint venture way. So every trade fair I attend, every buyer convention, every social media, whatever I do, it's an opportunity for me to find a French company whose, values align with mine, who, I can do the joint partnership with, the joint venture with. Yes. So we'll start the partnership search early so that by the time I'm ready to scale in and I'm ready to move into the French market, I already have my candidates in mind. So that's what I would do. I'll take everything the export people have said and apply it to still do the joint.
Interesting. Okay. Yes, Emmanuel, you had wanted to speak earlier on. You can go ahead.
Oh, well, I wanted to just give my 2 cents because if it comes to me, it comes down to what like the company ultimately wants to be. Whether a Ghanaian exporter filing orders or a Ghanaian brand on the shelf of French pharmacies and premium beauty stores, and honestly, if it's the second one, then a joint venture is not a luxury. It's the only realistic path to the level of market presence. I mean, I don't. I'm not totally fighting the exporting, but I mean, you can start with exports, but you need to definitely get into a joint venture because that's where you get that kind of market presence you need. I mean, that's my 2 cents.
Okay. It looks as if people want to combine both exports and joint venture. All right.
Debs, can I come in?
Yes, Derek.
So, the arguments I genuinely find
Sorry.
propulsive about the export team.
Sorry, Derek. Sorry, not to cut you. So you see, Madam Deb, even you can see clearly that the joint venture, they don't even acknowledge you as the moderator in here. They don't even acknowledge you even properly. Thank you. Yes.
Really?
Interesting.
Moderator,
It's so funny. Listen, if you really listen to my argument earlier, you realize that there is division of labor. We have different rules and all of that, and I think that's it to me. Yeah.
It's okay. That's okay. That's okay with me. So we can go ahead. Okay. So Derek, you were on the floor, right?
Yeah, as I was saying, the argument I find generally purposive from the export team was the semantic risk point. Okay, so I genuinely believe that a 12-person company whose venture collapses in a dispute has far more to lose than one whose export arrangements underperforms. That risk is real, and any firm going the joint venture route must structure agreement very carefully right from day one to protect itself. It's very important. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting reflections from you all. So now the hour has come for our Chief Justice or Electoral Commissioner Amin Mohammed to give us the final verdict. So he's the neutral person.
Alban Barbin.
I mean, Charlotte will say,
Good
Afarijan.
evening, everyone.
Afarijan.
Yes,
Good
thank you.
evening.
Hello, can
And
I
I'm
be
sure you
heard?
will definitely give the verdict. Of course, it's me. Thank you.
Good evening,
Next question.
everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good
All right.
evening, sir.
My name is Amin, and I'll be
Evening.
delivering the final verdict for today's discussion.
Okay.
This is what the discussion has shown today. The export team is right that exporting is the most realistic starting point for most Ghanaian firms. It is accessible, low in risk, and is how most Ghanaian firms actually begin their international journeys. The e-commerce argument was also genuinely compelling. The iShowSpeed angle was timely and well placed. In January 2026, the visit created curiosity about Ghanaian products, and any Ghanaian brand with strong digital presence can leverage that now through export channels. The joint venture team is equally right that exporting has a ceiling. For this share butter company to move beyond occasional online orders into mainstream French retail, they eventually need a partner inside that market. With a partner with regulatory knowledge, buyer relationship, and retail credibility to get this product on the shelves. And the joint venture team's use of the iShowSpeed moment was also well placed. A French cosmetic partner watching global consumer interest in Ghana spike overnight will see that as exactly the right time to formalize a partnership with a premium Ghanaian shea butter brand. So today, the honest verdict is that both teams were arguing about different stages of the same journey. Most Ghanaian firms, including this shea butter company, should start with exporting to learn the market, build their revenue, and gain credibility. E-commerce and smart use of cultural moments make the cultural phase more powerful than ever. But as the French retail becomes the real goal, the joint venture partner is not an alternative to exporting. It is what good exporting eventually leads to. The Ghanaian firm that understands both tools, knows when to use each one, and execute with discipline is the firm that builds something long lasting internationally. This is what today's discussion has shown. Thank you.
Thank you, um, Chief Amin Mohammed. So
Thank you
by
all.
the we all see the importance of both exporting and then joint venture.
Exactly.
So
The whole thing showed that both teams are very right, but then you should all come together. You start with the export, and then as time goes on, you bring in the partner, and you would be very good to go.
Exactly. Sorry to cut in, Chief. Chief Justice and Madam Moderator. You realize that the export team, our points were very, very well noted and very good. So
Yeah.
I think it's the export team that carries the day. Thank you very much. Thank
Thank
you.
you
so
very
if
much.
Oh,
Thank you,
how?
Kisi. Thank
How?
you, Kisi.
How?
Thank you.
if I decide to say something now, the export team might be on my neck. My younger brother is into tech, and then he partnered with um BBC Microbits, and like through that, there's been so many partnerships with Global Affairs Canada, like so many partnerships, and then it has really given them that credibility outside. Not in Ghana, they are just like a small company in Cape Coast. It's Algo PS, so you can search about it. But outside, they are known, and then they even invite them for programs and all of that. So I think both work. So you just like he said, you have to start with the exports, and then you through that, as Linda spoke about attending Cosmoprof, you when you attend those fairs, you build your networks, and then you do your due diligence. You see the organization or the local you can partner with that will help expand your firm, and then you are good to go. So I think you both argued well. Thank you so much, Team Export, Team Joint Venture, Team our neutral person, Aferijan.
Thank you too. Thank you, Madam Debbie. Like I always acknowledge, unlike the joint that you don't even acknowledge. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. We have
Thank you for your time.
now we have exam to we have to learn for our exam. So
All right.
I wish you the very best. I
As
wish
well.
us
Thank you.
Please, if someone has areas to study,
Thank
please
you.
drop it in the group for us.
You have to drop them. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
about the
Yeah.
recording.
Good night, everyone.
Okay.
Good night, everyone. And
Good night.
we shall meet again in our exam room. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye,
It's my
Kingsley.
past.